There are 3 steps to find clients on freelance platforms. You need to find an interesting project, write an amazing pitch, and then jump on a call with the potential client. And profit! I know it sounds overly simple when I say it this way, but these 3 steps is what I do each time I want to get a client quickly on one of these platforms, and I will be breaking down the process to you on this video. If you're not familiar with freelance platforms, they are basically sites that act as a middleman between freelancers and clients. The client posts a job on the platform and the freelancer replies to it, and if they both agree, they start working on the project together. There are a ton of freelance platforms, but that's kind of the way they work, most of them at least. Now, there are a lot of people that hate them, and to be honest, they do have a lot of problems. You will find low budgets, a lot of competition, and scams. But as far as I'm concerned, they are still the easiest way to find a client when you're in a pinch, and good paying clients at that. So, how do you find a project with potential? And what I mean by this is that the project needs to be interesting to me first and foremost. Because if it's not interesting to me, I know that I won't be giving my 100%, and that is a disservice for both the client and myself. It also needs to be on my niche. Having a niche will make getting clients so much easier, and I will be making a video about it. But for now, just keep in mind that a niche is a specialization plus a type of client. And this might be platform specific, but the job post needs to be active and doesn't have to have tons of competition. And what about the budget? I ignore the budget. I know that is just more information and it can be useful to be sure, but for me it's something that is completely secondary, and I will be talking a little bit more about it later on this video. So I will be using Upwork just to show you how I find these things in real life, but most platforms work the same, so keep that in mind. When searching for projects, try to narrow down your search as much as possible. Take advantage of all the tools the platform has to offer. For example, in Upwork you can search by keyword, how old the job post is, if the client has hired somebody before, etc. Keep in mind, though, that most clients don't really know exactly what they're looking for, so narrow it down, but be flexible. Once I start scrolling and picking up different projects that I think might have potential, I just open them in different tabs because I want to evaluate the client's profile before sending a proposal. When evaluating a client's profile, I pay special attention to how old the profile is, if they have hired people before, and the reviews. The reviews can be such a useful thing because you will be able to see how this client usually works with other freelancers and how much money he or she spends on certain types of projects. If the profile is solid and the job post is good, then I will write the proposal. Writing a proposal is the most important step in this whole process. It's the only chance that you will get to get your potential client's attention. And most freelancers suck at this. You might be thinking, but yeah, I have an amazing portfolio, my work speaks for itself, I'm a great designer, developer, copywriter, whatever. And just let me tell you, that is not enough. You need to learn how to sell your services. You need to learn how to convey your value. It's arguably the most important skill you need to learn as a self-employed person. Now, learning how to sell, it's a process, I'm not going to lie. But there is a secret to a good pitch. Well, not so much a secret, more as an undeniable truth. And that is that clients don't care about you. They only care about what you can do for them. And you need to keep that in mind when writing your pitch. A very sadly common and bad pitch, it goes something like this. Well, hello there. I'm Naomi McNamee and I'm passionate about graphic design. I'm confident I can provide you with quality design services. I know how to work with Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. My rates are very competitive. Let's work together. I call this the me proposals. Me. They never talk about the client, the problems, or the solutions you can provide. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have written stuff like this when I was just starting as a freelancer over a decade ago, but since you're watching this video, you won't make the same mistakes I did. Each proposal needs to be tailor-made for each job post. It's the best chance you get to, well, get your client's attention, like I said before. You should never, ever copy-paste proposals. Clients can tell. Trust me. And just tell me, would you hire somebody who couldn't even take 10 minutes of their day to write a good sales pitch? There is one thing though that has to be on your pitch, and that is a call to action. You need to be very clear and tell the client what the next step is if he or she wants to work with you. This next step is usually a call, so you can discuss all the project details and negotiate your rate. Now, don't be vague. Don't finish your proposal with, "I hope to hear from you soon." No, don't do that. Just give them a couple of times so they can choose when they're available, and just try to make them talk to you. This meeting is the real chance to win the client, so be prepared. Having a meeting with a potential client is a non-negotiable for me, because I will be using this call to judge the client and see if they are a good fit or not. It is also a great way to establish some expectations and boundaries, and for you to explain exactly how you work and how that will help the client. Because this call, just like the pitch, is all about them. It's all about them and how your knowledge and how your experience will help them solve their problems. You need to be able to convey the value you bring to the table. I mean, value is not knowledge, it's a different thing. If you successfully do this, if you successfully explain your value, then the money talk is a piece of cake. Your fees should be a natural progression of the solution that you are providing. And if you both agree to the terms, then all that's left is for the client to award you the job on the platform and get to work. One cool thing about these platforms is that they usually handle all the payments, which can be a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. But if you would like to do that on your own outside these platforms, then I will leave you with this video.
Yeah.